Hi guys, so today I'm going to be telling you a story, and this story, to be honest with you, is not really a funny story at all. I'm honestly making this to hopefully educate a few young teens as to why partying is not all that it's cracked up to be. But obviously my story times are always a bit silly, so why did I just say silly? Am I fucking 7? No. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to be telling you a story about something fucking horrific that happened to me, and hopefully you can learn from it and laugh at me for being a dumbass. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so it was January of I just spit everywhere. It was January of 2014, I believe, and New Year's had just happened. Let's restart. Okay. So I believe that I was a sophomore in high school, I want to say, maybe. Yeah, sophomore. And it was January of 2014, and I was on winter break. And at this time in my life, I hit that stage in high school where I went to, my first high school party in, October, and now I think partying's so cool, and I'm, so popular, and, holy shit, I love parties. Oh, my God, wow, it's so turn, fuck. I was going through that phase of my life, right? So, it was, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, something around there. And I had just been to a New Year's party at this house on New Year's Eve. And then I went home, recovered from being so turned for, 3 days. And then that night, my friends and I all went out to this party. And this party was at the same house that it was at on the night of New Year's Eve. And from this point, every party that I'd been to had always been, my friends or people from my school or people from my school and, another school that I knew people at. You know what I mean? There had been a lot of people there, but, people that I knew, people in my age range, you know. So, yeah, I was at this party, and that's how it started. The party was filled with everybody that I knew, all my closest friends, you know what I mean? We were having fun. But then the party went from, fun to, really fucking fun. A DJ showed up, and he was, DJing, and, girls were, dancing on the counters, and, people were, throwing stuff in the air, and, everyone was just dancing and screaming, and it was so fun. And, I remember thinking throughout this whole night, holy shit, this is the most fun party I've ever been to. I fucking love partying, selfie. Oh, my God, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so cool. Fuck. And so, I hate myself. So, an hour after all, the party was, livening up, it just kept getting, more and more fun. More people kept showing up. And before I knew it, I kind of looked around and was damn, I don't really know most of these people. My close friends are all around me, and they're all around me, but, who the fuck is those, 75 people in that room? I don't know. And the house also went from, being able to move and dance to, packed, fucking sardines. And then, all of a sudden, a fight breaks out in the middle of the party. And honestly, if you party a lot, that's not that uncommon. Boys will be boys. They're gonna fight over their fucking this bitch that they're both fucking, and they both love her, and they're gonna fight. Or, you know what I mean? Fights break out. That's not that uncommon, you know? So when a fight breaks out, what do stupid, idiotic fucking teenagers do? They Snapchat it. Oh my God, look, they're fighting. Ha 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 ha. Instead of leaving, adults. Now I would be leave. I don't know. But at the time, stupid fucking teenager. So, yeah, Snapchatting this fight. And the fight breaks out, and then all these people, start jumping in, and it becomes a fight of, 10 people. And then all of a sudden, this guy, comes rushing through the door of, the party. And it's, I couldn't tell you what he looked like whatsoever because I didn't, think about it until after the fact. And that sucks. That's a really stupid thing to do if you see someone rushing in like that. Look at them. Who knows? They might be a fucking murderer, you know? But anyways, this guy and, 3 of his friends come rushing through the door into the fight. And all of a sudden, he takes out a gun, and he, points it in the air. And everyone, screams, obviously, because it's, a fucking gun. It's not, a fucking, toy gun, it's a gun, and everyone, screams, and then he shoots the gun off. I'm assuming that this is a warning shot, now that I, think about it, and then he shoots up in the air, once or twice, and then he shoots, at the people fighting, and then 2 people got shot. I just want to tell you that. I'm going to look for the, news reports to put them below, because this is, so real, so fucking real. Holy shit. So then everybody, runs, and this house is a 1-story house. And, the fight was happening in the living room of the house, and the guy ran in through the front door. So then everybody, runs out the back door, and then me and my, girlfriend that I went with, I'm literally scared shitless. I'm so scared. I was, crying. She was crying. Everyone was crying. And we run out and like through this guest bedroom, and there's like a big window, and we like hop through the window, and then there's like a backyard. And then we get in the backyard, and there's this fucking pit bull, which I'm assuming is the owner's pit bull, which to this day, I'm like, why was your pit bull just running amok throughout this fucking party? I don't know. Starts chasing me and my friend. Of course, us. Of all the fucking 500 people in this party, the pit bull chose to chase me, a little ass blonde bitch, and my friend. So then we run. The pit bull stops chasing us because he gets distracted by the 300 other people running for their lives. And then we run to our car. So anyway, my friend and I were driving out of the party, and as we're driving out of the party to go home, we get pulled over. And as we get pulled over, the cop is like, hey, like, you were just at this party, right? And obviously we're like little ass bitches, like in like a little BMW, like scared, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna lie. So we're like, yeah. And so they make us sit on the curb and like get out our ID. And then as we're sitting there, we were the first to be pulled over. Like, literally, like, 25 more cars. We just watched them all get pulled over one by one. And the whole, like, curb gets lined up by all these people that I know, all these people that I go to high school with, all these, like, young-ass teenagers. And so we get pulled over. They make us take out our IDs, and we give them our IDs. And the cop basically is just standing there being like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, you're underage. Like, are you kidding me? And we're all sitting there like, we know we're stupid. Sorry, officer. And then they make us fill out a police report. And we fill out a police report. We have to, like, write everything that's happening. And to this day, that's fucking weird to me as well, because it's like, damn, I filled out a police report. Like, that's sketch. Like, I don't know. That just sketches me out so bad. Like, that I was involved in something that required a police report. I don't know. So I had to fill out the police report. And then we're on our way home. And then the next day, our close friend that didn't go to the party called us. And was like, her mom's a 911 operator. And she was like, hey, my mom got the police reports from you guys. Like, you went to that last night? And we had to be like, yeah. Like, isn't that weird that they literally got, like, filed in and a 911 operator literally like, read what I wrote? Like, so sketch to me. I don't know. But now I just want to, like, discuss everything. So basically, I later learned that this fight was gang related, and that the person running in to like shoot and then shoot at them was obviously gang related as well. I don't know how all that shit works. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I know how all that shit works? Obviously not. You can make fun of me in the comments below. Also, it's not that I like go to ghetto parties or gang related parties. This was literally a high school party. I didn't go to like a ghetto high school. Like, it was all just like preppy suburban teenagers having a preppy suburban, oh my god, New Year's party with other preppy suburban high schools. And that's kind of like the moral of the story to this, that even if you think you live in a good area, or even if you think that like you like this isn't gonna happen to you, it really can happen to you, like dead ass. Like, it can happen to anyone. And that was one of the scariest moments of my life. And to be honest with you, it didn't even make me stop partying. And that's another thing that's really sad to me, is that I was so succumbed by the lifestyle of loving parties, loving the popularity, loving like the attention, like seeing all your friends, like the risk of it, that I continued to party. And that's like another thing, that if you think that partying is okay and that it's like super fun and that you should keep doing it and you're in high school, be careful. You know, don't go to big fat rager parties. If a party starts to get way too big that you don't know everyone there, leave. If a fight breaks out, leave. If something sketchy is happening, leave. Like, don't stay for the Snapchat, because like you don't know what could happen next, you know? And that's something that a lot of people don't think about. And also, just like, even if you think you know the people that you're surrounded by, you don't. So don't openly trust everyone. Don't, like, anyone could be someone sketchy, you know, and you wouldn't even know. And what's actually really shitty about this whole story, and like stupid of me, is that I literally remember going home the next day, and my parents knew that I went to like high school parties, but I don't think that they knew that like how big they really were and like how intense they really were and stuff. And my mom literally sat down to me and was like, hey, Tana, like, last night there was a shooting at a party. You should really stop partying. Like, I saw it on the news. And I just sat there and was like, damn, like, you're right. Like, lied to her face, pretended like I didn't even go, like, didn't tell her the truth. And then like a year later, my parents were being like, oh, I bet you've never lived in the real world. Like, you've never even seen something like this. Like, what would you do if a gun was near you? And I was like, I almost got shot. And like, that's literally how they found out, like, I'm an idiot. But yeah, your parents are always right. And you should listen to them when they tell you not to go to high school parties, because bad things come from them. And if you guys want me to tell you more horrible partying stories, feel free to ask me, because I am that dumbass that learned everything by experience, and I'm now like a well-rounded person who stays home and like reads books. But I used to be a fucking idiotic rebel child, and it just wasn't good. So yeah, not the funniest of stories, but you guys always ask for story time, so I mean, there's the time I almost got shot. And I try to make some of them somewhat of a learning experience, so I'm not just like a piece of shit telling you what not to do with your life on the internet, you know? So yeah, yeah. For anybody who thinks I'm lying, the police report is linked below. Not the police report, the news report is linked below. So you can go fuck yourself. Have a great day.